It's 9 o'clock. We'll go and get started. Got a few guests in delegation. Go ahead and ask Miss Leslie to come up, talk about River Day, Palisades Park, and rodeo.
I believe you all have seen the proclamation for Alabama River Day 2026 in April. Last year they kind of started that in the state of Alabama. Montgomery signed the first proclamation, and we've been asked to sign the next. So Alabama River Day is April 8th, which would be prior to your April meeting. So maybe we just go ahead and do the proclamation at the March meeting Tuesday. Sam said, I will be in Montgomery that day, but Sam said that he could arrange River Day. We have several, Cement River Trail, Alabama River Association. We have 2 locals that work for both of those organizations and could probably be here to represent if y'all will go ahead and vote to do that. Palisades Park, Ben Lowe, who installed the first round of climbing gear at Palisades, came to my state meeting that I held last month, I think, or maybe January. And he works for Southeastern Climbers Coalition. He is a former resident of Anione, grew up here. He is wanting to install sport climbing equipment at Palisades. Sent a document to the park board. I went and represented the park board. They made the recommendation that that be done. It's free. Southeastern Climbers Coalition will pay for the equipment and install it. They just need permission to do that from you guys. And then, of course, we have our new rodeo contract that has been submitted for your approval. So those are the 3 things that I have for tourism this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next we have Sam Howell with talk about Powell's 26.
Good morning. That's right. I'm Sam Howell with Friends of the Locust Fork River. But I am speaking to you on behalf of the Blount County Anione Chamber of Commerce. And thank you for allowing me to speak. I do appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service to Blount County. I know service goes beyond just filling potholes, paving roads, replacing worn-out culverts, and even making river vehicle access friendlier slime-covered bridge. So thank you for all you do for your people. Alabama PAL's annual spring cleanup is about to kick off. I know y'all are familiar with that because I've been in front of you all for about 5 years every time that rolls around. In our county, it will be observed from March 21st to April the 22nd. That's Earth Day observance, April the 22nd. Cash prizes will be awarded to organizations and groups and businesses that participate and abide by the rules that will be posted on various Facebook pages soon. Someone in your district will win. It is possible for 2 groups in your district to win, actually. The initiative needs your help to be a success. Start with your, and an idea would be start with your district shop. I am sure your crew members go to church or have kids in school or a member of an organization. One of them may be able to get First Baptist Church of HAYDEN involved in the cleanup. Friends of maybe the Friends of Blountsville Library or Blount County Arts Council, or even the 4th grade science club at Locust Fork Elementary School. Any of those people could be picking up trash, sending pictures to the Chamber of Commerce, and winning a prize. The group finds an area with trash, bag it, take a picture, and post it to the Chamber's designated Facebook page. One year, the Lady Lakers at Highland Lake sent a picture of about 15 people with 30 filled bags of trash that they had picked up. Last year, the Anione Elementary Honor Society won the cash prize by picking up trash on their campus and sending it, and all they did was send the picture in to the Blount County Anione Chamber. Mr. Trammell in District 2 has more road miles than the other districts, but that does not mean he will have the most trash pictures submitted. Mr. Moore in District 3 may have a heavily populated district, but that does not mean his district will win. Mr. Armstrong in District 1 may have a winning picture because he got the Hayden Town Council involved, that in turn got citizens of Hayden involved. Mr. Washburn in District 4 may have the most participants and win because he was very good at motivating the businesses in his district to get involved picking up trash on the roadways. One year I presented this plea to the county commission with hope of getting it more involved in the spring cleanup. I was told all the people care about in my district are roads. And that may be true, but trash on roads is a district problem. And it would be making Blount County beautiful. I want to thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for your help. One of you will have the most pictures submitted to the Chamber of Commerce. I wonder which one it will be. Good luck.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have representatives with Apex Disposal LLC.
Morning, Commission. I'm Eddie Lowe here with Apex Disposal LLC. The folks at Apex plan to submit an application for a C&D landfill for acceptance at the March 10th meeting. And so we asked to get on the agenda for this morning to go ahead and have a little bit of a discussion with you, give you a preview, and hopefully try to get off on the right foot with that process. We've got representatives from Stephen Blankenship and Brady Pugh here from McGehee Engineering, who can present as much of the application as anybody cares to see on the screen there and answer whatever questions anybody may have. And we've got Andrew McCombs that's here from Apex Disposal. So any of us would be happy to answer any questions anybody has.
I think I had circulated the application for y'all to review. Y'all get that? Okay, good deal. Make sure y'all got
Each
that.
of them have printed copies, right?
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Anybody have any particular questions?
I'm Stephen Blankenship, McGehee Engineering, the environmental engineer manager of McGehee Engineering. Just to kind of give you a location, you should in the packet have a few maps that give you a vicinity location of that. And it's located in a fairly rural area off of Sibleyville Road. Access to that is to the south. You'll have what's called, some of them refer to COURTHOUSE or Trafford Road, which we're trying to get the primary traffic flow in that direction, which is only a few hundred feet into Blount County, the rest of it's in Jefferson County, with the south portion of the area, real kind of a buffer offset, but Jefferson County. So to just kind of give you an idea, it's not too far from the interstate, so there's not a lot of truck traffic on Blount County roads because of the specific location. We have done a lot of the environmental studies up front, installed water monitoring wells, checking water elevation to make sure that we're above the groundwater table sufficient according to the regulations set by ALDREDGE in the state of Alabama. Also, you'll also notice that there are offsets from any particular streams or any issues from the water quality. So we went and did our due diligence ahead of time to narrow down the scope and location of the proposed disposal area, which is just a C&D landfill. But you're looking at approximately 24 acres for the disposal area. The ALDREDGE permit boundary is a little bit bigger than that to accommodate the necessary BMTs to protect the environment, and access roads associated with that, which is approximately 57 acres. That kind of gives you an overview of that.
I personally don't have any more questions. I've read through the application pretty extensively. And I would say, yeah, they're significant due diligence done on it. I was gonna ask about proposed clay liner. That was something that,
Yeah, so in that, we determined what the impermeable layer was, a layer of rock. And we're monitoring the water elevation, ensure that that's probably gonna be our bottom layer, but we're gonna have 2 foot of clay that we're gonna leave in place, compacted. So we know where that layer is based on those 5 drill holes where we're currently monitoring the water elevation. So that's what that liner is.
Council, y'all.
I mean, let me just give you a comment. I don't have an exact timeline, but what we, as y'all recall, the last time we've gone through this process, we will, they've submitted an application. Our next meeting, of course, is March 10th. We will formally accept the application. Of course, you know that starts our clock ticking for our 90 days. So the 90-day cutoff is June the 8th. So we have to give, I've got all the notices, we can run and handle that. What we have to approve also is the application, accept the application and then approve the public awareness session, which has to be held within 45 days, but with 30 days notice, and the time frame works out well to hold that. They would suggest April 21st to have a public awareness session at the Hayden Community Center. So that would fall within the 30 to 45 days, and then after that, we would have to have our public hearing, and the time frame with that would be, would fall within, we could have it at the May 7th work session or at the May 12th commission meeting. However, either one that y'all determine. And then the 90 days unfortunately cuts off on June 8th, and our commission meeting is June the 9th. So we would either have to have our business meeting at the June work session or call a special meeting. Or if you could back it up and have a meeting in any time after the public hearing. So, but the first deadline would be the public awareness session to be held by the applicant on April 21st. So that would be the 3 things we have to have on the agenda for Tuesday.
Simplest thing to do in June would be a work session and business meeting all in one day.
I would think so. Or you could have your work session and then have a special business section just for that, business session for that, and then have your regular meeting the following Tuesday, or just do it all at the work session, however, whatever pleases the commission. So but the first thing would be to, to officially accept the application, set the public awareness session, and then authorize commission staff to advertise our notices and start that process on Tuesday.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Anybody have any other questions? You don't have anything else to say? Any questions?
No, thank you. Do you mind if we head out?
You're welcome to stay, of course.
Takes us to old business. We got discussed House 26. Mr. Howell covered the basics of it. It's not new to us all. I'm assuming nobody has any changes on locations for bins. Appreciate it. All the same location. Further on new business, we'll address possible donation. But if there's nothing else to talk about, we'll go on to new business. Consider approving minutes of February 10th, 2026, meeting and claims from the month of February. 7, consider appointment of Stephen Goldstein to the Mental Health Board to fill the vacancy of Malaya Davis, reappointment of Tamara Aldridge and Kathy Irvin to the Mental Health Board for 6-year appointments. Anybody have any comments on those? Mark, what would be the remainder period for that Stephen Goldstein would be?
I can't remember. I'll have to look. I can't recall offhand.
8, consider Alabama River Day proclamation. 9, consider approval of Palisades Park board recommendation to install sport climbing hardware. And then 10 is consider approval of rodeo contract. Council have any?
I do. I recommend that in every situation out there that they use the canned contract that the county commission approved. You know, the details of the contract can certainly be part of that canned agreement that you all approved, but I do recommend that for what that's worth.
Even though this is like the fair, I mean, we're hiring this company to come put on a rodeo for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're not necessarily leasing, they're coming at the request of the county, I get that, but that document anticipates things in there that it identifies where and when and how, and it's sort of a one-size-fits-all, but it was anticipated that it would be for any and all events out there, even if it's a county-sponsored event. So obviously, the county's not going to be paying, it's going to be inviting, it's going to be, like, when I say paying, leasing the facility, obviously, there's a cost arrangement between we'll call it the vendor and the county, we know that, but that's just my recommendation, to keep things uniform, keep everybody operating on the same page with what the requirements are. You know, it's supposed to be flexible in that it allows anybody to have all or part of the grounds out there to operate on, whatever they're doing, whether it's the fair or whether it's a rodeo or whatever. But if you don't, you're going to have, you know, 10 different contracts a year, all saying different things. And so it's just a recommendation that's.
So we don't even sign their contract. Like, could we do it where we sign theirs, agreeing to what they're gonna do, but then they sign ours, covering us?
This is a pro-sanctioned rodeo, so they have requirements as well for IVRA.
If we sign both though, would that,
Like, this document is woefully inadequate to protect the county. Okay, so, and that's what I'm trying to deal with. The contents, the details, I don't really, when I say the details, what they're gonna do, what they're not gonna do, I don't care. It's me trying to protect the county's interest and just make a uniform, so everybody's treated the same. Now, if the proposal says they're gonna do all the things in the contract, well, then that's what we do. We attach the proposal to the canned county contract. And if we need to make changes, I don't know if there's a problem with that contract or what, but if we need to make changes to it, we should. And I'll be the person to make whatever changes are necessary. But I just recommend that everybody, all vendors coming into that facility, operate on the same page, even if they have to attach a different scope of work.
okay, I got you. So as long as they sign our contract, but theirs is attached to it with all their details, that would do it?
I don't
Well,
see
yes and no.
conflicting terms.
Yes, I agree, but what we wouldn't want to happen is that we sign their contract and it negates something that's necessary in ours. We wouldn't want that to happen. And so if the request is for the county to agree to their basic terms here, okay, of what they're going to do and what the county's responsible for, okay, but they really need to sign ours. It has all of the indemnifications in there protecting the county. You know, I don't have it in front of me, but it was.
But if they sign ours, we sign theirs, and we attach them together.
Should be okay. Yeah,
Okay.
if they're, but they do need to sign ours and agree to the terms of it.
Yes, okay.
I did have one question, maybe both of y'all can answer. The stock contractor, that's just any other rodeo contractor? It's on line 2.
Yeah, and you see, things like that, that hints, and I don't want to make things more complicated than they are. They may have certain intent behind that little section, but that section right there suggests that it's an exclusive contract. Well, in order to provide exclusive contracts, the county has to go through the bid process because that's just what the state law says. If you provide something that's exclusive, that nobody else, sort of like your solid waste contract, it's exclusive. So you're forced to go through the bid contract, or excuse me, the bid law. So I don't want that to throw that into the bid law concept when this is not, it's not necessarily a bid law issue. So little things like that, that's little nuances that this document could negate ours or be in conflict with ours, that's the problem. So we know that this is not an exclusive contract, but that section 2 suggests that it is. So we need some clarity on that. That's one of the problems with the document. So I don't want to make things more difficult than they are, so that's what I'm after, is to have a scope of work that they're going to do, even if we've invited them to do it, attach it to our contract, and you're off to the races.
Okay. I think we can handle that, no problem.
We got a meeting tonight. Hash all that out.
12, consider application for.
Mr. Chairman, and keep in mind, that's my recommendation. If you all say, okay, go draft us another contract just for this event, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, just to let you know, I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm just saying that's my recommendation. Make it easier and cost effective, and it protects you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Anybody got any?
Next, consider application from Apex Disposal LLC for C&D Waste Landfill, we just heard. Item 13, consider back to school sales tax holiday. It's going to be the last weekend of July, if I remember correctly.
On that number 12, do we need to add to consider the application from Apex? Do we need to add and set the public awareness or approve?
Yes,
public
yes, I'm
awareness?
sorry. We will formally accept the application and set the public awareness session. And authorize the commission staff to begin the advertising process.
Good question.
Yeah.
14, consider surplus and sale by best means of asphalt distributor, asset number 7742, countywide.
That is the old asphalt distributor. Like I said, if the board goes out, I think they said it's about $50,000.
If they-
Retro fit, so it's an operating condition. I think we discussed it before selling it. Once we got our second new truck, we took, that was delivered in January, so.
Did they ever fix it?
What?
They'll put the right length bars on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that's what this is.
Item 15, consider surplus and sale best means possible of half of District 1. Commissioner Armstrong pointed out that the tank aluminum and pump, asset number 4729, is not part of that.
Right, correct. But I think Mr. Trammell may need some parts off
The L8000 tank.
Yeah, so if you want to come look at that, but yeah, it's just stuff that's, some of these is one of them.
How many miles on that truck, Commissioner? I'm just
Which
curious.
one?
The 2005 F-150.
Well,
I don't know,
the thing about that truck is I own one identical to it, Nick owns two identical to it, that we still try to run. And they're very hard to get parts for because of the age of
Well, I
them.
imagine.
So me and Nick it might be worth our while to go look at it and see if there's any parts we
Part it out.
may or may not need.
When you try to find a door handle for them, they're hard, you're not getting at the dealer.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's been a bed, it's been a dinner table, it's been a scaffold to get on top of it, to cut limbs off of, it's been a log skidder to get stuff out of the road, so. Yeah, I got it 200,000 and, we'd approve me to buy a new truck once it got 200,000.
Fair enough.
And, I needed a tractor worse than I needed a truck, so I kept on driving it a little while longer, so. The front chunk gears is in a bucket in the shop. So a little bit weird, I think no longer works. I told him we might not just put it in a hole out there and put a monument on it, so. Yeah,
But I need to remove 4729.
yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, the rest of this is, one of these is a two-wheel drive Ford that the water company gave us. It was wore out, and our dear friend, Big Phil, he drove it for the years he was here at the county with us, so. It's just a lot of old stuff that finally accumulated, and it's getting our way, landfill stuff, getting in the way of business.
Boss said, let it go.
Cheap. So it'll be the best means possible. I'm thinking about, probably run the, that's the hammer for the 305 Miniac that was sold a few years ago. It never got carried down to Montgomery. So I'm gonna probably put it on, gov deals, but the rest of it will be just sealed deal. And if I was just Russell to look at it, Mark told him they can look at it at the landfill.
I'll beat you down there.
Well, one of these, the 3500, that's the one I bought from Mike Painter that
Oh my
he
gosh.
said was wore out then, so.
Oh my gosh.
Next, we got consider surplus and sell by best means a 2005 Dodge Caravan. That's at $39.55 from the animal shelter.
One thing we need to discuss, and it don't have to be this meeting, but while we're on the topic, and it's a countywide piece, is the old lowboy truck. You know, we replaced it last year,
Yeah.
and the old truck is sitting on my yard, and I don't know if any of y'all want it, or if we wanna surplus it, but we don't have to do it this month, but I need to point that out that we need to discuss that sometime.
They didn't have any issues.
It still runs and all, it's just
Sweet.
worn out too, but it's still, it was still running. We
Pull
pulled it
the
up the
tank.
other day, we unpulled it and unhooked it and hooked the new truck up, it was just getting a lot of age on it.
Not good, but I pull it.
Mark, you been needing one of those, hey?
Yeah.
Item 17, consider various budget amendments. Town of Hayden, $500 to District 1. Sale of backhoe, $59,125 to District 1. Recoveries on insurance, Palisades Park, $2,931. Sale of loader, $10,965 to District 2. And donation of $1,500 to animal shelter. Item 18, update on courthouse renovation project. Mechanical contractors are moving right along, and it's next week they'll start putting units up on top. Takes us up right on that loader.
There's some stuff for, I don't think we have anything on here for executive.
Not that I know of, unless we need to.
We need to, some safety concerns with cameras,
Okay.
dealing with cameras and internet and 911, and there's just a lot that, there's several different things that all go together with that.
Okay, I'll get a letter. I'll get that done today.
I was gonna talk to y'all today. Okay.
No problem.
It wasn't sold for.
Nick's spot on.
I thought it was like 10 too.
It was, but they charge a fee to the seller, so the seller pays the fee to us. And
Then we pay them.
We pay them.
Okay, so that's the amount, but we still gotta pay that out. Okay.
You're not getting the extra $700.
I just finished saying, $700 goes a long way in this too.
Dustin, you got anything to share or talk about?
Well, I can update you guys on a couple of projects. Our bridge painting project at County Road 26 and Fairman Road. We got the contract signed and they want to start in 2 to 4 weeks. So I imagine by the end of March, they'll be starting on those projects. So if you want to tell everybody in the district, those 2 bridges will have work being done to them,
You know which one they're gonna start on?
probably 26. So, yeah, I mean, they're gonna leave the lane open, but it's gonna be a slow go. There'll be flaggers when they're working.
Will they handle all the signage, cause they'll need to put up some construction signage, they'll handle all that, right?
Yep. So, County Road 12 project, it's right now, it's gonna be let in May through ALDREDGE. Usually takes about a month and a half to get contracts for that, so hopefully sometime in July, we can start. And, hopefully before school starts back would be the goal.
Yes.
But it might not work that way. And then, ALDOT guardrail, local road safety project. It was let in January, and I should receive the contracts for it any day now. So hopefully that project will be going in the next 2 to 3 weeks as well. And that's 7 different bridges in District 4, District 2, and District 3. So, and we'll coordinate with you guys when they're working on whatever particular bridge it is. We'll let you know.
And why don't we have any bridge working District 1?
You actually do have some guardrails.
Because you're the longest commissioner been up here.
They're all in Armstrong Loop, that guardrail project. So,
Yeah, well, that's moving County forward, yeah, so.
Sort of bid date for the Swan Bridge tap grant?
They have the PS&E plans, those were submitted to ALDOT at the beginning of the week, so it'll take them a couple of weeks to review those. They'll have a PS&E meeting, and then they'll bid it after that, so probably in April, if I had to guess, April or May, right now, if there's no major hang-ups on the PS&E. We did get past the environmental phase, so they checked that box off, so.
We got our second call from Conservation about bridges, so the park manager called yesterday, she's been hearing different things, and I told her that you've got the paving company looking at maybe being there by the end of this month to 1st of April, so.
Yeah.
She'd been told that it was completely finished, but.
Yeah, the contractor is aware, he's on the clock, for getting that done, so, if they don't give me some reassurances in the next few weeks, then we might need to call a special meeting and figure out what we want to do. But they've told me they're gonna get done in time, so. And then, so the TAP grant, do you want to talk about potential for another TAP grant in this meeting?
This is for Palisades.
We can.
If we're able to get Swan Bridge Park let to bid before November, then we can apply for another TAP grant project. And I think it's been mentioned about doing one at Palisades Park, potentially. So have that on your radar. Probably around August, we'll start bringing stuff to the commission for resolutions and things like that. And we'll start putting that application together to do probably a staircase, similar to one that they've done at Nakalita Falls, if we can get funding for it. So, yeah.
And announcements, Blount County Commission business meeting will be on Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Anybody else got anything?
Dustin, that's one thing I had a conversation with our Congressman, Holt, and Senator Britt. Letters of encouragement, recommendation for that type grant.
Okay.
And I've also talked to
Yeah, as many letters of support as we can get, that would be helpful.
Regional planning likes the idea of it too.
Yeah.
So I think we got a good little coalition for it.
Well, there's grant money available for trails too. It's not TAP grant related, so we might can look into that, I suppose.
That's it. We'll call it. Y'all have a good day.
All right.